Hey, it's Kelly, and today I'm going to talk about negative thinking or distorted thinking, or the more technical term, cognitive distortions. So, we're going to go through a checklist of cognitive distortions and tell you what they mean. And the reason why these are so important is this stuff comes up, I'm going to say, so often with all of my clients, regardless of why they've come in for counseling in the first place. So, whether it's anxiety, depression, trauma, partner betrayal, um, addiction, this is stuff that is really common for a large group of people. And so, why this list is so important is if you catch yourself doing these things, it's a good sign to just stop, pause, and know that you're experiencing some distorted thinking, that it's not true, these things that we're telling ourselves, that we can stop, we can reframe, and we can choose to perceive something as positive over negative. So let's get to the list of distortions then. So, number one is all or nothing thinking. So, looking at things in like an absolute black and white, right or wrong, true or false category instead of seeing the gray areas. Um, Number two is overgeneralization. So, viewing something negative that happens as a never ending pattern of defeat. So, this always happens to me. I'll never be successful. I'm always going to be a loser. It's bad things always happen to me, that kind of stuff. Number three is mental filter. So, dwelling on negatives and ignoring positives. And that's really an easy thing to fall into. And that's why I think these gratitude lists are so important, because it's helping rewire the brain from being the type of person that sees the glass as half empty versus the type of person that sees the glass as half full. And let me tell you, when you can change that thinking and start seeing your life as positive and as that glass that's half full, uh, it gets better. Life gets better. Everything gets better across the board. And it's work, so we won't pretend that it's not hard. It's like anything. Happiness takes work. You have to build happiness and build gratitude, especially after something like discovering a partner's betrayal. This would be on the other side of the crisis period, right? So during crisis, when you first discover betrayal, just take care of you. That means, sleeping when you need to sleep, going to see your doctor, hanging out on the couch if that's what you need to feel better. And obviously some counseling. Counseling helps with the right counselor, the right trained counselor. This is sort of the stuff that comes next after that crisis period's over, when you're starting to get back on your feet. Okay, so number four is discounting the positives. So insisting your accomplishments or positive qualities don't count. So yeah, but. So someone gives you a compliment and you're like, yeah, but. Okay. So number five, jumping to conclusions. There's two parts to this. There's the first part, which is mind reading. So assuming people are reacting negatively to you, you're reading their mind. Or B, fortune telling. So you're predicting things will turn out badly. I can see into the future and this is what it's going to look like. And hey, you may be right, but by focusing on that, you're going to guarantee that's how it turns out. Okay. Number six, magnification or minimization. So either blowing things way out of proportion or shrinking their importance altogether. Number seven is emotional reasoning. So reasoning from how you feel. So I feel stupid, so I must be stupid. Okay. And then eight, should statements. This is a big one. I think we're all pretty capable and guilty of doing this. So you criticize yourself or other people with shoulds, shouldn'ts, musts, oughts, and have tos. So if you catch yourself doing, I should do this, or I should have done that, or they should have done this, stop and know it's a judgment. You're making a judgment. And who are we to judge? We just do the best that we can with what we have, right? Or the goal is to just continue to get better than for us. We're in competition with no one else, just with ourselves to be better than we were the day before. That's it. So, should, must, ought, have to is a guarantee you're judging, and you're judging harshly. we want to stop, because judgment does not equal growth. Judgment keeps us small and keeps us broken. Okay. Number 9, labeling. So instead of saying, I made a mistake, you tell yourself that you're a loser. And 10, personalization and blame. So there's 2 parts to this one too. So either blaming yourself for something you weren't entirely responsible for, or blaming other people and overlooking ways that you contributed to a problem. So 2 very different personality types there. So blaming yourself, where I did this and I did that and I'm responsible for everything. So within a relationship, if your partner, and he, she, whomever, your partner cheats and you somehow take responsibility for that. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not interesting enough. I'm not whatever enough. Taking all that blame. Okay. Or the other way, where uh, everybody else is at fault. When we all know somebody like that. I'm sorry I'm late for work, but my traffic was slow. Everybody was driving stupid, and nobody knows how to drive in the rain. And then this guy pulled out here, and then I couldn't get my coffee because my cup was in the dishwasher because my son or whatever didn't empty the dishwasher, and on and on and on. Somehow ensuring that it's not your fault, it's everybody else's, and not taking accountability. Okay, so that is the quick checklist of cognitive distortions. And again, why it's so important is that these are things we tell ourselves and about other people all day long. And the thing is these are cues to get us to stop and listen to what we're telling ourselves, that negative thinking, or about others. And so there's no right or wrong here. It's just learning and growing and trying to do better for ourselves than we did the day before. And this list here is a good chance to pause, stop, and grow from it. And that's my hope for myself and for everybody. If you have any questions or comments on this information, or if you'd like to expand on it, please feel free. Leave a comment, send an email. I am open and willing to engage. Okay, so take care. Thank you.